This video is sponsored by In the Zone Cards and Games, your headquarters for board games, paints, and Magic the Gathering. In the Zone Cards and Games, Ashtabula, Ohio. Hi, and welcome back to the Board Games Maelstrom. Today we are going to take a look at Deep Blue. It's a new Days of Wonder offering. As always, the component quality is top-notch. There's no need for a game insert because Days of Wonder always takes care of this. This video, I want to point out, is sponsored by In the Zone Cards and Games. This is one of their demo games. They allow me to take their demo games, film them so that I can show you what the game's all about and bring it back. So I want to put out a big shout out and thank you to In the Zone Cards and Games, your headquarters for board games, card games, and Magic the Gathering. That's In the Zone Cards and Games. Alright, now, give me a second. We're going to go down to the table and we're going to take a look at this game, Deep Blue by Days of Wonder. Hi, and welcome down to the table. Today we're going to take a look at Deep Blue. As always with Days of Wonder, the game is beautiful. They have awesome components like this little treasure chest where you get to keep your winnings. And then at the end, the treasure chests are unveiled, everybody counts, and you see who wins. Setup for the game is super simple. You look for the tiles that have the yellow buoy on the back, and they're also marked, as you can see, on the board. You take those, shuffle them up, and throw them down, and then you turn the beginning tiles over. The one with the squid gets pulled from the game. That's your empty spot. The rest of these, however, will have different dive spots for you and your team to go into, and that is really what this game is all about. It's all about diving, pressing your luck, trying to get the most points while trying to keep the other people from getting points. Now, on your turn, as focused on this player board, you can do a few things. You can recruit a expert, which there are several experts in the game. Let me see if I can find a few. There's several experts in the game, and they provide you different things. Like this one provides you protection from running out of oxygen. This one provides you protection from monsters. This one gives you 4 gold coins for the first red that is pulled out onto the board. And this one gives you 3 movement. This is a very good card. This helps get you away from other players so that maybe you can have a dive to yourself. Good luck with that, though, because I'll tell you what, that doesn't work out so well. They follow you around. Nobody wants to miss out on points. So, the second thing you can do on your turn is move, and that is symbolized by the propeller with the question mark. That's how many times you can move. The third thing you can do on your turn is you can rest, and this allows you to shuffle the cards that you have discarded so far, and you can draw the top 3. And then the final thing you can use is you can dive. And what happens when you dive is you would, let's say your first turn was to move, and when you move on to a dive tile, this is the money that the person who initiates the dive gets. And these are different protections and stuff you can acquire. If you're the first onto the thing and you decide, I don't have any oxygen cards to protect me from oxygen, you set it down right next to that, and the first time oxygen comes up, you are protected. Actually, it'd be the second time, because the first time for everybody is just a warning. As you can see, this is the dive board, and here the black gems represent monsters. The blue gems represent oxygen. The first one for each is always just a warning, and then you have to have cards and or spots on the board to protect you from those. There are several other different colors in the bag. There is silver, gold, red, which you can see how many points you get for each down below. There's also green and purple, but these don't mean anything unless you have an expert that you have gotten from the market. If you've gotten an expert, those can mean points for you. Alright, so just a sample example. This guy wanted protection from monsters, this guy wanted protection from oxygen. If we had a third player, they might go here, which gives you 3 gold I believe it's additional for every silver that is put on the board. Basically, this goes on. The dive would go down. Somebody would draw out of this drawstring bag. Hard to do this one-handed. I still have to come up with a camera solution so that I can have a decent camera that I can put on a tripod that has good sound. There's several different things that come out of here. There's the black, which is monsters. There's the blue, which is oxygen deprivation. There's the red. There's silver. There's gold. Some people say you can't tell the difference between silver and gold, but the difference is there. It just depends on your lighting. If you have good lighting, you'll be able to tell the difference. If not, maybe not. There's purple gems. There's also green gems in the bag, and you just keep pulling. You would pull and do whatever it said, and you would pull until either the dive master is out, the person who initiated the dive. If you do, then it's over and everybody gets points according to what they got. Whenever you dive, you do also put this pretty cool looking diving bell on the board as well at the spot that you're diving. Again, Days of Wonder just thinks of the little things that make the game a little bit more realistic, more interesting. Now, at the beginning of the game, when things are dealt out, the first player gets his cards. The second player, however, gets an extra token that gives him an extra move or an extra dollar to spend toward the market. And each of your cards is going to have different things on here. If you look, top of this one is movement. Top of this one is you get 5 gold for a purple because she's an expert on purple. This one you can use to get every 2 gold that are pulled out, you get 4 coins, and this is also worth $2 to spend in the market to buy perhaps said person. And that would go based on the sideboard where they sit in the market. They're $1 spot, two $2 spots, a $3 spot, and a $4 spot. Now, if you pay, this is where the majority of the deck sits on the $4 spot, and if you pay $4, then you get to get all the ones that are on the board off, put them at the bottom of the discard pile, and draw 4 new ones, and you get your pick of those 4. So it's a very interesting game. I'll tell you what, we've played this a couple times. It's really user-friendly to teach. It's enjoyable, and there's nothing like the feeling but like finishing off a dive where you get some good points and opening up your treasure chest, popping them in, closing it, and saving them for later for when the final tally is counted up. But overall, I think this is an excellent game, especially if you're trying to teach new people how to play. This is a good gateway game. It's not too difficult. It introduces the press your luck theme. The pros to this are that it's easy to teach. The components are fantastic. The board's fantastic. As always, Days of Wonder provides an awesome insert so that you don't have to go out and spend extra money on an insert. I know those fancy inserts are sometimes fun, but they do tug on the pocket and take away from other games that you may be able to buy. So my final verdict on this is 2 diving bells up. I can only give you 1. There's 1 and there's 2. And this also gives, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 storm category storm warning because it's very accessible to all people. If this is the type of game that you might like, I hope that I've helped out a little. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel so that maybe I can afford to get some better camera equipment and some better streaming equipment because my streaming is a little subpar right now, but we want to get that going so that we can everybody can enjoy our streams. So, until next time, thanks for stopping by the Board Games Maelstrom.